Hello, you. This is Audio Heads Geeks Assembled, and we are also um, your source for information and reviews about audio adventures, be they science fiction or comedy, horror, sophistication.
Anything.
Some storytelling about histories and storytelling about you know and about really anything. And we have run the gamut from BBC audios to fan made audios to all the way into the realm. And right now we are talking about, because of the last podcast that we did, we're talking about some espionage and sabotage of a spaceship, of an airship, excuse me. This one is some. Uh, this one's got some spycraft and some high crimes and misdemeanors involved in Gallifrey and Gallifrey's allies and the Great Time War. Great Time War being against the Daleks, but this one didn't have any Daleks. So because it didn't have any Daleks and it's Susan's War, we may end up back in Dalek territory with Susan's War, but Susan's War. Um, this is the Carol Ann Ford is absolutely she's perfect in every way, and Susan Foreman is brilliant, alien, cool, and um, in this one she's joined by Commander Vecklin and Lee. What's your opening thoughts on Susan's War? And uh, this one is called The Family Dies. Lee.
Yeah. Russell T Davis, take note. If you bringing back a classic companion, original companion, you get a story what involves the companion, not a little
Mm,
cameo with nothing to do with the
mm,
story.
mm. Yes, what he said.
Saying that, this, yeah, at least Big Finish are bringing these characters back and giving them something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this is volume 2 of Susan's War. Susan's War Volume 1 had 4 stories in that. Yeah, this has only got 2, which I don't know if there was to be honest, I don't know if it was all recorded together or not and being split up. I don't know, but um, yeah, Carol Ann Ford as Susan, brilliant. You can just picture her. But nothing much happens in both of these stories. First story, the lost son, is because if you've known Big Finish and some stories before, she had a son called Alex, who was
Mm-hmm.
killed by the Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he reappears to Susan in this story, which is a bit strange because she the Susan cremated his body and all like that, and he's there, but it turns out it's not really him. Um, so there's a lot of talking in these 2 stories.
There is. It is
Um,
very like conversational,
yeah,
expositional.
as I said, not really any action-driven scenes. Then say you've got the second story, the Golden Child, where she meets her grandfather again, but this time in the body of the War
Right. That
Doctor.
was the first time for her with the War Doctor.
Yeah, played by Jonathan Kelly, and I'll tell you, if nobody's heard him play the War Doctor,
He sounds like John Hurt.
yeah, it's just you think, well, John Hurt's still alive. It's mind blown. Which, yeah, it's good to have him there as cameos in these stories. It lifts the second story. Him being there lifts it. Because this is another talkative one as well, with not much action. This one is what's the character's name? Maxor
And
is known to one of the characters, but nobody else remembers him. He's supposed to be a highly regarded high up Time Lord. But the War Doctor doesn't remember him. Susan doesn't remember him. Only one who's is it?
Andalar.
No, it's Vecklin. Who remembers? Is it Vecklin? Who remembers him?
Was it Vecklin or Andalar? Because I think it was her, like somebody from the planet that he was
Yeah.
from.
Oh, yeah. Yes, right. Yeah, and she's the only one who remembers him. I mean, there is a twist at the end why she remembers him.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it does seem to pick up near the end of this story,
Yeah.
uh, and I don't know why they're doing it like that.
And when I first started listening to it, I was like, did they just discover Maxwell? Because I was like, it could have been the Colin Baker character from uh Invisible. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I
thought
mean,
it was maybe.
I can't knock the acting from any of them. I mean, this is Carol Ann Ford. What she now? God bless her. She's in her 80s now, and she still sounds as fresh as she did back then in the 60s,
I
1960s.
know, I know.
So, good actor. And I'm sure she likes doing it because she work-wise she doesn't do much these days, and yeah, it's a shame a certain showrunner crapped on her, to be honest. But not Big Finish.
Mm.
And I hope when you do see her, you will say to her about being crapped on.
I will just ask her
Well, certain
whether
way.
or not there's more to come. The other thing that I'd like to find out whether or not uh, you like Time War stories about the Daleks. Was it better? I mean, even though there was a hell of a lot of exposition, was it better without the Daleks?
To be honest, I'm getting pretty much fed up with the Town War.
All right.
Uh, the big Finish of milked it and milked it. I mean, the Town War was how many years ago now? In the TV series, it was Tennant's era, wasn't it? The Town War.
No, the Time War was before
No, but I mean,
before Eccleston.
yeah, but it was mainly on screen talking about the Town War and all like that. It was Tennant's era, and then after Tennant, it wasn't mentioned as much.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm fed up with the Town War because
Okay.
you
Well,
get
there are some more Susan's War.
yeah,
So
I know
just
there is.
let her finish. Let her finish, and let's see if she ends up back on Gallifrey.
Yeah, I mean
I would hope so. The
you
other
get I mean,
situation is that then in this one you get Veclin, and Commander Veclin, it has been like sort of a villainous almost at times, and in this one, you know, Susan is trying to make her into a friend, and that is incredibly challenging. I mean, Veclin just is like, back off. I don't need friends. I just need comrades. That's it.
You're a comrade.
You're a comrade. Oh my gosh. But she was so, I mean, she was so sure that if she became somebody's friend, that her whole statecraft, or um spycraft would go down the tubes. But she didn't know that she could trust Susan, and Susan is a tough cookie. And
Yeah,
I just think that Veclin, I mean, I really, I was enjoying the sort of emotional attempts at growth that Susan was sort of pushing Veclin into. Veclin is Beth Chalmers and Veclin have been around for a long time in Big Finish,
oh yeah,
and a long time in the Time War, and a long time in the Gallifrey series. And I mean, most of the time she's actually like on the wrong side of things, and this time she's actually on the right side of things, and she still doesn't believe that she is on the right side of things. Anyway, it's just funny. So,
I
and
mean,
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that characterization, and I enjoyed the fact that in these two stories, you know, Susan's just like sitting there with a hammer, a friendship hammer, and going, "You will be my friend. You will be my friend." And Becklin's like, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no!" And then she was like, "Would you? Could you leave me alone to think about this for a little bit?" That was the kind of where it landed. Anyway, um,
yeah,
and
as I say, the Time War does seem to be getting dragged on and
but
dragged on.
the thing that I didn't like about the characterization of Susan is that she kept denying the fact that she was psychic. But I mean, what about them? What about them sensorites? I mean,
Yeah,
really? And what she fucked with the master? I mean, come on, she's psychic.
I mean, just to prove that one of the latest releases for the Eighth Doctor is Time War Uncharted, another Time War box set, and there's only so much you can do in Time War. And this is box set number 7 of the it's
Hmm, a
just
lot.
get out there and have thrilling adventures, be it with Daleks or whatever, but just come on, the Time War, I'm sick of it. Um, but I don't know. I just don't understand why they keep dragging it up and dragging it up again. That's just me, though, personally.
Yeah,
I mean, some people may love the Time War, but there's only so much you can do.
right.
What did you think then when you was listening to it? And because we know you're a big supporter of Susan,
Yes.
what did
Uh,
you think
all right.
for portrayal of that character?
All right. Well, I did kind of like I said, like when Susan kept saying I'm not psychic, I was like, really? I don't believe you. I've suspended my disbelief, but now I'm like, bullshit, 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 bullshit. And then I was like, yeah, it's produced by a woman. So, but you can't. It doesn't matter if it's super powerful women characters if all the relational stuff isn't real. And so, I mean, I loved how endearing it was, though, to hear her connect with the war doctor.
I
That
hope,
was fun.
I do hope that Big Finish have recorded something with Susan and their first Doctor, because that would be good.
So with Bradley,
No, he's not the Doctor now, is he? With Stephen Noonan as
oh
first Doctor.
Stephen Newman, yeah,
And I mean, he's got it off
yeah.
to a T. You know, sounding like Hartnell. It would be nice if they did. I mean, they might have already done it. I don't know, but I can't remember if they have. I don't think they have.
Good point. That's a good that is another good question.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed for what it was.
Yeah.
A good, nice. The second story for me was better than the first because of the
Okay.
addition of the War Doctor. It just
Hmm.
lifted it a bit, and it's great to have Susan back.
Yeah.
It was
And
just
what
too much.
about Vecklin, Commander Vecklin?
Uh, yeah, she's all right. I mean, she says, as you say, she's been here, been playing that character for quite a while now. And you've got Sonny McGann returning as Alex, haven't you, in this as well? He's been playing him for a
That
few
was
years.
like breathtaking. I mean, I was just like, what?
But
Because when he died, when the Alex Campbell died, I was like, you fucking killed her son. He killed her husband. He killed her. He killed a lot of people around this. Susan needs companions. She needs people around her because she will. I
yeah,
mean, she'll need a regeneration before. Oh, and that was the other thing that was really interesting was who was it? Um, was it? It was Andelar um and Susan who were just like, yeah, you haven't regenerated. No, you haven't. Oh, oh. I mean, that was really interesting too. Two Time Lords who had never regenerated, but they were, you know,
so in Time Lord um, age, how old is Susan?
I don't have any idea. I mean, she must be like 300 by now, right?
Well, well, you looked at the Hartnell Doctor.
Hmm.
In fact, you found out Troughton in Tomb of the Cybermen was 450.
Right?
So Troughton then was 450. So she's getting on a bit, is Susan.
She is. She's getting on a bit,
So could be a regeneration coming up soon. You never know.
right? Yeah.
You never. And then what are you gonna do?
She's still Susan. Okay. Just like the doctor is still the doctor. Even if Susan regenerates into a boy or a man or grumpy old geezer, you know, I'm all for her, him, them. You know, I believe in that character because the only thing that really sets Susan apart from everybody else is that first of all, inside the mind, there is rock and roll, there is a childlike nature, and there is an alien perspective to every situation. She looks at things way different, and I do believe she's psychic. So I mean, this those four sort of character traits make up Susan. You know, child music, rock and roll in the head. Always. That was one of the coolest things about the way this whole audio adventure started, was with the throwback to John Smith and the Talented Boys or something, whatever they were called. And I was just like, yeah. I mean, yeah, I know that was sort of a Beatles avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then and then they went into I don't know how you can even think with this music on with Veclin. Veclin's like, I didn't listen to music. I silence in my household. I was like, she was like, yeah, no wonder you're the way you are. I was just like, yeah. So that was Susan's first big hammer. That was the big friendship hammer. She's like, come on, crack. Ugh. And I just thought that was great. And I thought I mean, that's that childlike nature. That's that teenager in space nature. It doesn't matter what in the world is going on around you. If you can connect on music, it's like what Geeks Assembled does. If you can connect on music or pop culture or something else we can geek out about, fuck the rest of the world. We have found something to jam out to. That's what I'm saying. And Susan is all that. 100% all that. And,
You did mention earlier about what I thought of Time War. This one with no Daleks in it.
mm-hmm.
As you know, I'm not so keen on Daleks. Uh,
I
but also, as
understand.
you know, Big Finish do Daleks better than the TV does Daleks.
Hmm.
Even better storylines. But
Hmm.
I think this set of two stories needed an antagonist in them. Not Daleks, but some other race, or because it was missing something. There was too much exposition. There wasn't any big antagonistic threat for me.
Hmm.
But it was what worked for me was the toing and throwing with Susan and Alex in the first story, and Susan and the War Master in the second story. That's what sort of kept me listening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was just missing certain little elements for me.
Yeah. And the way that the war doctor said, not just don't call me that. Right
Yeah,
now I'm a warrior. That's why I've got all this armor on. And I was like,
bad looks of the War Doctor on the cover. He's in his younger stage,
uh-huh.
not his Dave the Doctor stage.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you're correct. So, anything else?
no, who directed this? John Ainsworth. Yeah, good directing.
Mm-hmm.
Written by Sarah Cassidy and Peter was it Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's good to have Caroline Ford back because she hasn't done many Big Finish audios.
Not
I mean,
recently.
you can count them on one hand, sort of thing.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
I know when Big Brother started, she did a few companion chronicles, didn't she?
Hmm.
Then they sort of faded, and then you wanted her in the stories. So,
Absolutely. Exactly.
mm,
This one feels like it's part of the same time, the same storyline as All Hands on Deck, but also a little bit of Family Ties, or excuse me, it's called Family Ties. A little of Relative Dimensions, and the other one on
yeah,
in the Eighth Doctor,
an earthly child, an
Unearthly
earthly
Child. Yeah,
child.
yeah,
But
yep.
yeah, so I'll, what should I give this then? Just me little niggles here and there.
Hmm.
Mm, I'm going to give this 7.5 call up papers because Susan was called up for the war.
Yep.
7.5 is not a bad score from me. It was just those little niggles and too much exposition, not enough antagonists in it.
Mm.
But Carol Ann Ford, she still got it.
I think I think the reason that you don't see Veclin as the antagonist in this is because Susan is actively pursuing her in the friendship with this friendship
Yeah,
hammer.
I
And
didn't
I'm
see
just
her.
I think that's going to continue on in the next box set,
Yeah,
is that she won't let go of Veclin. I think that's just funny as hell. I can't wait to see what that looks like. And the other part of this stories, these stories, is it surrounds the Time War. So there are plenty of stories to do with the Time War that are just like super difficult to follow, and
mhm.
these ones were pretty straightforward. I mean, yes, you got little loops of time that were a little challenging, but it it was nowhere near as confusing as some of the other Time War stories, because the Time War, how you fight a Time War is you mess with other people's time streams, and then it becomes sort of like Loki running around in the multiverse, to use a more colloquial perspective. The Doctor has so much to do. Oh my god. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm gonna give this. I don't really have any upset. I really I think that this is actually the turning point in the relationship between Susan and Becklin. Becklin really was to me the antagonist of all the previous encounters with Susan, and so I really think that this is just the next good. She's turning her, she's forcing her to lose her villainry, and that's fun. And Susan is Faye, so 10. Uh, let's see, I'll say 10 of the um, what are they called? Um, 10 of the Vaselina ships out of 10. I Let me tell you, that princess's name is pretty weird. Princess Vaselina
She's pretty
sounds a
smooth, eh?
bit sounds a little, greasy to me.
Bit slick, isn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing sticks on her.
No, and yeah, she's got some shine on her, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the wet look. Oh yeah, that was hilarious, and and I'd encourage you guys to go back. We've reviewed Susan's War, uh, the first one,
Mhm.
and we also have we've we didn't review any of the companion chronicles, but you can go back and listen to those. There are a few of the first Doctor sets with Susan, and I'd encourage those. And also, uh, please uh, do go check out Big Finish for the rest of this great characters story. And you know, if you want to see pretty much everything, every moment of her time in this last series on Doctor Who, you can look for just a GIF or two because there's she isn't on the screen long. She's long enough to create a GIF that return a GIF, GIF, GIF. Anyway, whatever. And also join us on our social media. We're on Facebook, X, and also we are on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please like this video. If you don't like this video, whatever, do thumbs up, thumbs down, so that the algorithm sees us, and share widely if you want, and um, subscribe to our channel. We are aiming for 600, and just looking forward to that. And hit the bell notification
Yeah.
if you want
Mm.
to get a an update as to when we're releasing stuff. This week has been mostly about um, spycraft and sabotage. We also reviewed the Hindenburg from '75, the George C. Scott movie. And also, I'd encourage you to ask Lee if you want to join us. Send him a message. Please do. He is available if you leave a message on the comment, or if you find him on in our Facebook channel or group or whatever, and let him know there. He's the admin.
Yeah.
Okay, and always stay prepared for being called up for the war, the time war, because apparently we're not out of it yet. So just be brave and fight on, and I don't know, keep your staser focused, and your TARDIS well stocked, and your friendship circle expanding, and your distance from the Daleks in time and space grand. Okay? Thanks, everybody.